Hi, welcome to Pleasure Sports. Today we're going to take a look at the men's and women's S4 Orca Triathlon Wetsuit. We actually have a Yamamota 39 neoprene that's being used throughout the construction of all these wetsuits. The difference between the women's and the men's is the cut. So this is the women's that we're looking at. It's anatomically cut for a woman's body, and the men's is anatomically cut for a men's body. We're going to take a look at the long sleeve version first. The long sleeve version is actually made of 2mm neoprene in the arms. You've got 3mm and 4mm neoprene in the front body, and that actually gives you the Hydrolift panel that Orca has built into the front part of this wetsuit, so that you actually have lift, so you have the optimal positioning in the water when you go to swim. If you look at the lower part of this wetsuit, you'll actually see it's called a speed transition calf panel, and this actually is super stretchy. It's thinner neoprene. It helps you when you're trying to get in and out of the wetsuit. This comes up above your calf area, and it's super stretchy and durable, so you can have it actually on the ground a little bit and not worry about ripping the neoprene, which is nice. If we take a look again at the neck part of this wetsuit, you've got a roll neck. Here you've got neoprene that goes up and over. This helps prevent rashing on the neck seal. In the forearm, you actually have a textured forearm panel, and this actually helps you power your stroke and give you traction in the water. So it's like a silicone that's actually been laminated on the neoprene itself. You may or may not know what Yamamota 39 neoprene is, but it's one of the highest quality neoprenes made on the market, and it's one of the stretchiest materials that you can find to make a wetsuit out of. This wetsuit comes with gloves that they actually have instructions to help you protect the neoprene from your fingernails when you put on the wetsuit. If you take a look here at the back of the suit, you've got a really long zipper. It actually goes a little bit lower to your lower lumbar, and you want that to decrease your transition times when you're in a triathlon. The further you can pull the wetsuit as you're moving on to your next sport down to the waist, a lot quicker it is going to be that you're coming in and out of the suit. We talked earlier about the lower calves being shorter and more durable. That's also helping your transition time as well. On the interior of this wetsuit, you'll notice that the suit has actually got the stitching on the inside. So this is a sealed seam wetsuit. In manufacturing, you'll notice on the seam here on the outside, it's a nice clean seam, and they put the stitches on the inside so you don't have drag in the water by having extra material on the outside. So this has actually been glued in the manufacturing process, and then it's actually been blind stitched, and you don't see the stitching coming through because it's a blind stitch, which means it goes halfway through both pieces of neoprene. That way you don't actually have holes penetrating the neoprene and causing water to get in, which will fill the wetsuit, make you cold, and also drag you down. So this is a sealed seam wetsuit. Let's take a look at the sleeveless version. Again, this is the women's. You can tell by the pink. And now we have the men's, identical again in construction as the women, except for it's cut for a man's body. And the colorway is different. You've got white graphics on black. You have the same textured panels. You have some great graphics on the arm. And you can see those also on the photos on the website. Again, same lower long zipper. And what I love too is in the groin area of this wetsuit, you have a piece of neoprene that fits so that you can naturally feel comfortable in the wetsuit or on the groin area. You don't have a seam that can actually tear. So this is a great design that Orca has come up with. If you take a look at the sleeveless version, you just don't have the arms. You have the identical buoyancy panels in the front. You still have that great generous fit that they have in the Orca design. Still Yamamota 39 neoprene. You still get the gloves, same long zipper, same construction. They call this the V-fit for women. Again, you can look at the size chart and see that they've really accommodated with multiple sizes for women so that you can actually find something that fits as naturally and as snug as possible. If you buy a wetsuit that's too big, what will happen is the water will fill the wetsuit, it'll start pooling, you will get cold, and you will also be pulled down, and you'll be heavier and pulled down, it'll slow you down. So you want to find a wetsuit that fits optimally as you can find. If you look at the men's sleeveless S4, also again, same design, no sleeves, same sealed seam construction, same Yamamota 39. It's a Smoothskin neoprene. It's super fast in the water. If I missed any features on the S4, you can look up on our website and find out all the details at pleasuresports.com.